Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. RHOC, Emily Simpson reveals traumatizing miscarriage. The Real Housewives of Orange County star Emily Simpson is now speaking out about a traumatizing miscarriage she went through. It turns out that Emily actually lost twins. This isn't easy when it happens to anyone, and Emily is now sharing her story. Emily Simpson shares her miscarriage story. This past week, Emily was on Sheena Shea's Shenanigans podcast and opened up about a hard time in her life. Emily shared a story that happened 15 years ago, but this isn't something that her fans knew about her already. It had to be hard to open up. Here is what Emily Simpson revealed. Emily talks about the traumatic miscarriage. The Real Housewives of Orange County reality star went on to elaborate on what happened to her on that scary day 15 years ago. Emily had to be rushed to the hospital, and instead of giving birth to two beautiful babies, she lost them both in a miscarriage. She actually went into labor and had to have the babies, but knew they wouldn't survive because she wasn't far enough along. Emily was living in Utah at the time. Emily didn't want to go through this again, and instead of getting pregnant again, her sister Sarah Moffat actually carried her children for her as a surrogate. Shane and Emily now have 3 beautiful children. Emily Simpson, star of The Real Housewives of Orange County, RHOC, recently shared an emotional and heart-wrenching experience from her life, shedding light on a painful chapter that deeply impacted her journey to motherhood. In a heartfelt conversation, Emily opened up about a traumatizing miscarriage that left her grieving and shaken, yet ultimately inspired her to become an advocate for women's health and fertility awareness. The revelation has resonated with fans and brought attention to the challenges many women face, but often bear alone. Emily's journey to motherhood was not as easy or straightforward as it may appear from her glamorous TV persona. The reality star explained that before she was able to carry her children, she experienced the intense heartbreak of miscarriage, a loss that is often invisible and difficult to explain, yet undeniably profound. Emily described the miscarriage as one of the most challenging periods of her life, one that changed her perspective on family, resilience, and self-care. Reflecting on her experience, Emily explained that the miscarriage took place during a period when she was eager to start a family. The excitement of discovering her pregnancy quickly gave way to sadness and despair when complications arose. Emily felt her hopes slipping away, and the anxiety became overwhelming. "I was devastated," she said. "I had so many dreams for that baby, and in an instant, they were gone." The miscarriage, Emily shared, left her feeling not only devastated but also guilty. She wondered if there was something she could have done differently, questioning every small decision she'd made during the pregnancy. When something like that happens, it's hard not to think you've somehow failed. Even though logically I knew it wasn't my fault, the guilt was real, she admitted. It's such a painful, silent burden. Miscarriage is a topic often shrouded in silence, which only amplifies the feeling of isolation, but Emily's willingness to speak out about it has sparked an important conversation around miscarriage and fertility struggles, a reality that millions of women experience yet rarely feel comfortable discussing publicly. Emily explained that after the miscarriage, she encountered waves of grief that took time to process. She described feeling lost and trying to find answers while realizing there weren't always explanations to be had. "I felt like my body had betrayed me. I was angry, sad, and confused," she revealed. Emily sought solace in therapy and support groups, where she connected with other women who had endured similar experiences. Through these conversations, she found a sense of comfort and resilience that eventually helped her heal. Meeting other women who had gone through the same thing was a turning point. "It reminded me that I wasn't alone." Emily also shared that while her miscarriage was deeply painful, it made her even more determined to become a mother. After consulting with fertility specialists, she was advised on options for building her family. Emily ultimately decided to use a surrogate, and her perseverance and determination paid off when she and her husband, Shane, welcomed their children into the world. But even after the joy of becoming a mother, the memory of her miscarriage remained a part of her. Reflecting on her role on RHOC, Emily shared that being in the public eye and talking about personal issues like miscarriage has its challenges, but she believes it's crucial to use her platform to highlight the experiences women face, including those that are often stigmatized or dismissed. So many people see the show and think it's all glitz and glam, but that's not the full picture, she said. Life is complicated, and everyone has battles they're fighting. Mine happened to be about motherhood and fertility, and I want other women to know they're not alone in that. Since sharing her story, Emily has received messages from fans and other women expressing gratitude for her openness. Many thanked her for being vulnerable, explaining that her story helped them feel less alone in their own fertility struggles. Emily's courage in revealing her personal trauma has inspired many to share their stories too, and she has become an unexpected advocate for breaking down the silence surrounding miscarriage and fertility issues. In addition to sharing her story, Emily has also become a supporter of organizations dedicated to women's health, fertility, and mental wellness. She believes that access to resources and support should be more readily available, and she hopes to use her influence to bring attention to these causes. Emily's advocacy extends beyond her own experience. She wants to make a lasting impact by advocating for more openness and understanding around miscarriage and fertility challenges. Emily's journey has been marked by incredible highs and lows, but through it all, she has shown remarkable strength. Her story reminds us that even in the face of life's most painful moments, there can be healing, growth, and purpose. For Emily, sharing her story with RHOC fans and the world was not just about reliving the pain, but about empowering others to speak out and seek support. Looking back, Emily describes the miscarriage as an experience that transformed her. It taught her compassion for herself and for others, and helped her realize the importance of vulnerability. By opening up about her experience, she hopes to continue advocating for more honest discussions about miscarriage, fertility, and the emotional toll they take. In the end, Emily's story is one of resilience, hope, and healing. Through her advocacy, Emily has shown that while miscarriage is indeed traumatizing, it does not define a woman's worth or her ability to become a mother. She hopes her experience can serve as a reminder that behind every strong person is a journey of healing, and that every story has the power to bring light and support to others going through similar challenges. Reflecting on her role on RHOC, Emily shared that being in the public eye and talking about personal issues like miscarriage has its challenges, but she believes it's crucial to use her platform to highlight the experiences women face, including those that are often stigmatized or dismissed. So many people see the show and think it's all glitz and glam, but that's not the full picture, she said. Life is complicated, and everyone has battles they're fighting. Mine happened to be about motherhood and fertility, and I want other women to know they're not alone in that. Since sharing her story, Emily has received messages from fans and other women expressing gratitude for her openness. Many thanked her for being vulnerable, explaining that her story helped them feel less alone in their own fertility struggles. Emily's courage in revealing her personal trauma has inspired many to share their stories too, and she has become an unexpected advocate for breaking down the silence surrounding miscarriage and fertility issues. In addition to sharing her story, Emily has also become a supporter of organizations dedicated to women's health, fertility, and mental wellness.